Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to apply bronzing and contouring products. The most efficient way to apply these products and the easiest way. And I just go over the actual definitions of contouring and bronzing and what they really stand for and what they actually do and the best way to apply them and the different products that you could use for them. So stay tuned to learn how to get a nice sculpted and bronzed look. So to start off, there's several different types of bronzing or contouring. Now, there's a contouring that's no shimmer at all, where it's purely just color, a nice normal shading color. It's not going to have any glimmer or shimmer in it. That's usually just meant to contour, add definition, and add some contrast to the face. You would normally apply that just in the hollows of your cheek, underneath your chin, underneath your nose, even on your eye crease, on your forehead, and and by doing that, it will kind of shrink the face, define it, give it a little bit more contrast, make those areas recede, which is what most people want to do. Bronzing, on the other hand, is where you would use something that has a shimmer in it that would give some kind of a glowing effect. You probably want to do that every single day, but you could use that bronzing powder in the same areas as contouring, but you wouldn't want to use something that has you wouldn't want to use a product that has a lot of shimmer or a lot of glitter in it. Something that's very minimal amount of shimmer and that is very glowing effect. So the first type of contouring and bronzing that I'm going to show you is contouring. This is something that you don't want to use any shimmer in it, like I mentioned before. I have two products that I have in front of me right now. They're two of my favorite products to use for contouring, and they don't have any shimmer in them whatsoever. So the first one is the MAC Harmony Blush, which is a very, very matte product. I can see I've hit pan. I've used it plenty amount of times. It's a really great matte color. You can see it there. It's very much a neutral shade. It doesn't really have any shimmer in it, and you could use this to contour your cheekbones, to use on the center of your nose, for your eyeshadow, for a blush, and a bronze for underneath your chin to recede the double chin. This is a great product to use if you're just starting out and you want something inexpensive, because the MAC blushes are quite inexpensive for most products. And it's really, really, really great because it doesn't have any shimmer whatsoever. But that's a powder form. The next product I'm going to show you is a cream product that is quite pricey. This is the Chanel Soleil de Tan. Or Bronze Universal is what I call it. It's a cream contour product. It does use the word bronzing in it, but it doesn't have any shimmer whatsoever in it. As you can see, it doesn't have any shimmer. And it's similar to the other product in that it doesn't have it's not a really dark color. It's more of like a color that's going to look great on any skin tone that you can really use to define that area. Now, I don't have anything on my skin right now, so I'm going to show you how to use this one, the Bronze Universal, which is my favorite, just because it doesn't have any type of glitter in it, and I like to use the cream product. Now, when applying a product like these two, like the MAC Harmony or the Bronze Universal by Chanel, you want to use more of a smaller, concentrated area. Something like a MAC 109 is really great, or even this one, which is less expensive. This is a contouring brush by Real Techniques. It's a very thin, tapered brush, very small. This is a great brush to use for cream products. This is a synthetic fiber. If you were going to use the powder one, you could use this brush or something like this one, which is not synthetic, which is real hair. That's also quite small. So if I was to use the MAC Harmony blush for my contouring, I would probably use this one, which is the 48 Blending Brush by Trish McEvoy. It's real haired and it's really small. It's going to fit perfectly in the hollows. But since I'm going to use the Chanel Soleil de Tan, which is a cream product, I'm going to use the contouring brush by Samantha Chapman, Real Techniques. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so I'm going to do about just one side of my face, so on the other side I'm going to do the other. So I'm just going to do this side. I'm going to take my brush and take it into my cream contouring product. Just work it in there really nice. I'm going to kind of clean off in the back of my hand. I don't want to put too much on there. I'm going to suck in my cheeks, or you could just do it straight out because I can pretty much see mine. And just work this in a kind of circular motion just in that hollow. I'm not moving any further. And then once you do that, you can start blending upward. Some people like to bring it all the way down here. I just like to keep it back here, just because I feel like if you bring it too farther down, it might make your face look a little bit more muddy, and you don't want that. So I'm going to take, there's not really much any product left on my brush. I'm just going to use that to kind of shape this outer part here, just towards the hairline. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you're blending into the hairline. If you keep it just right here and you don't go farther, it's going to look quite weird. You're going to have a white line where your foundation is and then your bronzer. So make sure you blend it into the hairline. Then I'm going to take whatever I have left on my brush and kind of use that to contour the upper part of my head here. And that's going to help recede my forehead, make it a little bit smaller, a little bit more narrower. And then you can also use it down the center of your nose. You might want to use a smaller brush, but it's pretty much the same process, just going down to the side. I'm going to take a little bit more product onto my brush, just a little bit. You can also use it underneath your chin. Kind of blend downward. Also, some people like to use it down the side of their neck. And people like to use it on their dégagé area as well. But that's pretty much it. You can also use it on the side of the back here of the ear, just to give this part of your face a little bit more of an emphasis on your jawline. But that's pretty much it. Very simple. That's that side of the face. Quite simple, very much of a contoured effect. So that's contouring itself, using a powder and a cream. Pretty much the same process, just using different brushes. Moving on to bronzing, which is much more of a different kind of thing. You can use several different products. A bronzing product is really anything like Laguna bronzer, anything that has a shimmer to it, that's very much a natural kind of orangey color most people use. My favorite bronzing product to use is Laguna Bronzer by NARS, but also the one I'm showing you right now, which is the Dior Bronze in Original Tan. There it is for you. It's a very much a natural kind of bronzing color. It doesn't have any kind of orangey quality to it. It's very much a pretty natural color. I like to use this one for my bronzing every day. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it with a large tapered brush. You could use any kind of brushes really. You could even use something like this if you want it a little bit more sculpted. Because it has a good amount of shimmer, not a lot, but a good amount, you want to make sure that your brush you're using is going to make it look a little bit more of a fuller blonde, bronzy glow. I wouldn't use a really, really small brush to use this. Bronzing is more just to make your skin look healthier, a little bit more sculpted, and a little bit more glowy, like a summer tan glow. So I'm going to use this brush by Trish McEvoy. This is the 37 bronzer. It's a great product to use. MAC makes one very similar. This one is tapered at the sides, and then it goes into a flat little point, which fits perfectly into the hollows and also works really well for giving a nice even disperse of product. So what I'm going to do is just take this into my product here, get a good amount on, second my cheeks, and stick to the back of the face, right into that hollow. But because my brush is so big, it's not just going to sit there, it's going to blend out evenly. And you notice I'm not putting this on my cheek area, I'm just putting it on the outer sides of the face, on the outer planes. I'm also going to work this into the hairline. When bronzing, you can be a little bit more messier with this. You don't have to be perfect. It's just going to go on the outer sides of the face, even down the nose, underneath the chin, onto the temples here. But it's really simple to do, and it's not really strategic at all. It's very much just to give your skin some kind of glow. Just like that. Now, I've seen a lot of girls who put it all over their cheek, where the whole entire cheek is covered with bronzer or whatever product they're using. Make sure you keep it just along this area here. It'll make a very large difference in the way your face looks, a lot more sculpted. Alright, so that's basically it for bronzing and contouring. Very simple, very easy. Those are 3 of my favorite products to use for bronzing and contouring. I hope this was helpful and gave you a little bit more of an insight of how to apply them properly. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you know of any other videos that are also very helpful, go ahead and link them. That'd be pretty cool too, so people can see other ways of applying them. Because I've only went over 2 different ways, and that's with cream. With the cream product, I only showed two different ways: cream for contouring and powder for bronzing. There's a lot of different ways you can use that. If I had to say my favorite type of product to use, whether it be for contouring or bronzing, that would definitely be this Soleil de Tan de Chanel. This one is really expensive, but it works really well. It lasts a very long time, and you can easily use it for just contouring, or you could also use it for bronzing, which I think is really spectacular. It's a great product to have, and it fits all skin colors. I've had a lot of different people who I know are a lot more different shades than I am, and use this stuff. So it's a really great investment to use for contouring and bronzing, and also because you can also blend it in with your foundation and make your skin look a little bit more glowier and tanned, which I think is really cool. So that's my favorite bronzing product, and of course the Dior one is good as well. So that's basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that and had a great time watching. It was a little bit more informative than other videos, but that's how I contour and bronze. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Bye!